so I know what you're saying.
It's hilarious. It's so funny, and also like so. It's good. It's a good thing that they're so young, because it is so humiliating.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the thing that also is funny is that when you play games with younger kids, they don't expect you to be good at the game.
Yeah.
And
they're right.
I played Gang Beasts with my friend's son when I went over and visit them, and he got the shock of his life as I beat the snot out of him. And he was, you know, people saying,
Not supposed to do that,
yeah,
Uncle Chad.
yeah, absolutely. It's like, what's going on? It's like, and a friend of mine said, you had no problem beating up a child. I said, not only beat him up, I then threw his body into a fiery grate. Trust me, I had no problem. But it's like,
I shall light him on fire.
yeah, absolutely. But it's a case of there are parents out there who, if their kid wants to beat them at a game, they've got to beat them properly. They don't like give them a chance or anything.
Why didn't go easy on him about? He said he'd fucked my mom. So it's like, no, as is traditional with 12-year-olds for some weird, obscure reason online nowadays.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah.
It's so. I can't remember who said that, but like, it was like a sketch from throwaway sketch from somewhere, like a person getting an Xbox for the first time, like playing Call of Duty online. It's like, so how was playing the game online? Like, it was really, really weird. Like apparently my mom gets around a lot.
Yeah.
Like no idea about internet culture. Like it was one of those things where it's just, oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I fucking wish if Kai has done that, and when we see it, it's like it's so fun. It's so funny.
What's that?
Kai said, "I've been training 20 years for this event."
Since the last Euro Cup run.
Oh man.
As team 9, I think it was team 9,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think we're about to get live on the stream.
Okay.
And also Team Sweden,
Aylar?
which is very important.
Aylar, are you here?
I think Aylar is live.
Microphone activated.
Yeah, but
Microphone
he's
muted.
playing some music. He said that we should cue him when
Microphone
he
activated.
wants to go live again.
Which server are we in?
Aylar,
Microphone muted.
when you go live, can you just tell us when you do that so we know when to
Do the pattern.
wrap up our stuff?
Microphone
But yeah,
activated.
but we're looking up. That's really cool.
Okay, we are live again, so we can
Microphone
speak.
muted.
Okay, can we get another crazy intro by you, Lee?
We can.
Yeah, because
want
it's
this?
Crew against Superman, so it's I think this is what all the viewers want to see.
Yeah, which
it's-
server is it on?
It's
Same
on
one
PS4.
as we were.
Okay.
Okay, they're starting with the best round.
Right, starting with the match round. So this is one of the games that we've been waiting for. Probably the most high-profile game of the playoff rounds. It is Superman versus Crew. Now, Crew, legendary Swedish team, one of the absolute best teams in the world, I might say. And Superman, also one of the best teams in the world, I might say. So this is the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. And we all know that cream rises to the top. So we shall see what the result will be from the first bash round here, where we're going to end up in this epic battle. And
We have
it's
some bank madness. We're the best.
Allies.
And we're starting off full meme immediately. So it's Bash in the Bank 2023, and Superman choose Harbor.
Interesting.
I was not
Oh,
expecting that at all.
They're playing Harbor again, guys.
Even though technically speaking, Harbour should be spelt with a U, not an O and R. But that's
No,
American.
you just spell with an O, just like color, right?
Don't even go there.
Yeah. I think it's English against USA.
Yeah. By all means, argue with the people who invented the language.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also think Superman have played Carrington and Dawn Will so far in this cup, so picking Harbor is for them a chance to get some more practice in before the playoffs. So it's a
good call,
wise
good call.
choice like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and I actually played Superman yesterday really late. It was around 1 a.m. We played
Yeah, I
against
saw that.
Harbor, and they're ready. They're ready.
Wow.
Man, you were burning the midnight oil hard.
Exactly.
I can't. I mean, the fact that you're conscious now is amazing to me. I
Oh
mean, like,
yeah.
Artificial
If I-
stimulants.
I think it was Bill Hicks who said, like, all I need is like 6 and 7 hours sleep a day and about 12 at night, and I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Okay, chat. Let's go.
Yep, done.
Okay,
Oh,
we are
I
starting.
bet.
All right. Superman as Russians, who crew choosing German.
Who do you
No
think is
big
going to be the
surprise
man
there
to
for
watch?
Harbor. First
On who?
round starting.
Let's
Who I
not
think
forget.
it's Sem. He's been playing a bit more than the other guys for the past year in Call of Duty.
Who's
So
that?
Sem.
Right.
So I would keep my eyes on him.
Also, Kai's one to watch from history.
Yeah, apparently he's been training for 20 years. Decent nades.
Look at
Poor
this.
hits from the middle though from Superman. Could have been better. We got 2 Germans in. Oh, wow, nice nade from Zem for the first kill. And we have a lockdown of we have bullovic and we have Kai in the A bomb site, and they have 3 of the Supermen moving in. And Kai goes down. Bullovic is there, took a few hits, got 1 down. Was not able to completely lock down the A bomb site. But we're here 2 versus 2 slize
Explosives
VonoX for the hoop. Bomb is planted now by the Supermen. We have Reecey standing off there, and he's now solo player. Bomb going in. Oh, he could. Oh, I think he probably took some damage there. Now we have some people coming in. Is it going to be enough? Wow, Reecey takes down Slize as well. And it's 1-on-1 now.
What a
Wow.
Clutch for Reecey.
Amazing defense there from Reecey. Wow, look at that health he has left. That's not much. Really, really well done. Hopefully it'll hold off his profanity for a round or 2.
Yeah, one thing I did notice about Reece, I watched him as he went into the bomb site. He went super aggressive in between the rain of nades, making use of the boxes, and was able to get up to a very strong position where he was able to then hold that point very quickly. It was great to see. So fantastic play coming in there from Reece. And yeah, 4 kills on the board in 1 round. That's pretty impressive, Luke.
It's not bad at all. 1-for-1 trade-off as the nade rain. So we have Ryan and Kai down. 4-on-4. Germans locking down the A-bomb site once again. And we have the Supermen moving in from the garage to the A-bomb site.
Oof.
Oh, Mick
One
down
tap
the
by
slide.
Dolvich.
Wow, incredible. 3-on-3. The B-bomb site. Oh, we have a little sneaky here now. Is it? Oh, it's Zam, but he has one of the guys in his back. Oh, Mick takes him down. Very, very nicely done by Mick rotating around there. But it's hard fought around that B-bomb site. Mick is the one still standing here for the Supermen, as we have bullovic and VonoX, both trying to find good angles to take Mick down. Now Mick is the one who needs the plant. He's the one playing the plot.
They don't know his NL. They don't know his NL. They might know now. Oh, VonoX misses the shot.
Oh man, he missed the shot. Oh no. That could have been it. But they're rotating out now a little bit. They know where Mick is. They know where he is.
Axis wins.
Oh, VonoX got the shot in on Mick. Very nicely done. That ties it up 1-1 on a map where the Germans have a quite heavy advantage. Superman playing impressively so far, but both of these teams are here to play.
It's an interesting style. We're seeing it's a bit more of cat and mouse play here, a bit slower, trying to find the gaps to do the lurks behind the enemies. Not like the really fast pace that we are sometimes used to see on Harbor.
Yeah, it's they're being very, very cautious, Chad. Do you think that it looks like they're feeling each other out? I mean, the trades are going back and forth, and like we usually end up with very even player counts on each side towards the end of the rounds.
Yeah, like a blind man at an orgy, they're gonna have to feel it out and see what happens. But yeah, pretty much it's the
I
case.
love it, Chad.
It's just you can see them being super careful, and there we go. Reece being taken down by Zem with a fantastic rifle shot, and Zem then being taken down, and you can see them working on that very important flank
Axis
attempt
win.
to try and get in.
Wow,
And
nice.
wow, yeah, that was very important as far as you could see.
And that gives up the PPSH, doesn't it? I think VonoX might have picked one up, if my eyes did not deceive me. So now the Germans have a PPSH in their arsenal as well. I'm going to have a look at that to make sure.
Actually, he packed up an MP44, but it's all right as well.
Oh, okay. Because we've been talking about that earlier as well, how that PPSH is a tool of attrition.
Yeah, it's lethal in the hands of the Axis.
Yeah, definitely is. To be able to shut off places very, very well. The Russians now, Supermen moving in towards the A-bomb site. Oh, wow. Ryan gets 2 kills there. Kai and Slize. And VonoX, last man standing for the German Crew team. Gets a great kill there on Dale's. Impressive. But Mick moves in to take him down. And we have a 2-8 game all tied up here, which gives the Supermen a little bit of the advantage, since they are on the side with not the advantage. Wow. Chad, could you give me that book on English, please?
Yeah. I'll send it. To be honest, I'm not sure whether or not I should send it to you or just hit you with it.
We'll read it together.
Okay, all right. Well, the nade party has begun, and you can see, look at the distance those guys are getting on those nades. Just bouncing them off the top of the buildings to get that extra range. And so there's been a bit of fight. And you notice also that the Russians trying to get into that bomb site as quickly as they possibly can to push that advantage, and more nades taken down Dales coming in from Kai, because one thing that you did notice is that it looks like the Germans saved quite a few of their nades for the actual main battle at the A-bomb site, and you can see that the dyno is down, the dynamite's ready to go, and now they've just got to try and keep that advantage as they possibly can. And it's going to be a tricky situation for them, because now the pressure is on the Germans. It's going to be, let's see what's going on. In comes the Germans. They're pushing forward, taken down very quickly on the right. Mick then finished off by Slize with an outflanking maneuver. And now it's a difficult situation for them, because Kai is the last man standing. Takes down Reece. A fine shot, and now starts to push in the point. But sadly for him, gets brutally murdered. And yeah, that was an interesting round as far as we can see there, Lucan.
That really did not go the Crew on the German side their way at all. They were pushed back really far by those nades. And just as you said, they held on to the grenades for a while. That was most likely in response to that they couldn't get forward. They couldn't get forward to throw the nades, so might as well say them throw it into the A-bomb site. But now we have a push from them right into the alley, who takes down Ryan, but also gets taken down by Dales. So we're down at a 4-on-3. Oh, 3-on-3 now, as the Russians move into the A-bomb site. The Germans and Crew. We have Mick taking up the top position there, taking down Kai, moving across over that ledge. That corner for planting by those boxes is very popular. I have to say that's probably that must be like the sweet spot to put that bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really good coverage from.
Well, not only good coverage, but you also notice that if somebody has to do the defuse, they're going to be open to people who are hiding behind the bomb. Mick.
Wow. And finishes up VonoX.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's
Reece.
It's 4-2 now.
9-2.
Supermen are pulling away a little bit.
in his scoreboard. Reece is really on fire at the moment, as far as we can see.
Yeah, I noticed. I haven't seen any blanks in chat at all.
Yeah, right. We're watching the nade party begin, bouncing off the top of the buildings. Great range on those nades, forcing the guys to jump for cover. Now, the thing is, one thing I did notice, obviously, is the aggressiveness with which, look at that,
Oh,
Kai, very aggressive push.
Yeah,
I
Hukru are
almost
really,
got
really
13
pushing forward
kills.
now.
And they're being very aggressive as the Germans getting to the point where they're holding that A bomb site before the Russians even get there.
Like you're completely stuck because like it's like the Germans hold the A bomb site and kind of the middle there. There are only two places you can get through, really. Well, three if you count going through the police station through the door. But that's very, very unusual. So you end up getting stuck here in this little corridor just outside between the garage and the A bomb site, and it's basically just a waiting game. So it's like it's so strong from the Germans to have that position.
Important frank by Reece to take down Kai, who hold a block onto the side, and now Mick in the slice as well.
Yeah, that corridor was well locked down as far as we could see. Now, the thing is, obviously, they couldn't throw any grenades to clear out the enemy because they'd already thrown them over the top of the building, so they were limited to what they could do. As Reece gets taken down by Zem. Zem also there, taking another pot shot into the back of Mick, or bullovic, I should say. And it's looking like it's Dales and Yekoms versus bullovic and VonoX. Another kill. Yekoms gets taken down by bullovic. And it's a tricky situation now. The Russians, Dales has to push if he wants to make any kind of a serious attempt.
Planted.
But he's in a difficult position, and there we go. He's moved over to the other bomb site, which is definitely a smart move as far as he's concerned. But the thing is, he may not be able to get into a position where he can put the dynamite down, as Dales gets taken down with a sniper's shot from Box. So
This
yeah,
I would say was the best round so far for Who. They contested the nades. They dared to go through them. They dared to maybe get a little bit tagged by them, but get into the correct positions on A. And they could set up a nice 3-man setup on A, and that was like they died, but they also could trade each other. So that's what they want to keep doing on Axis here to get more rounds.
If you want to wait to have enemies come into your scope, but to be able to do that, you need to lay in wait, and to be able to lay in wait, you need to be there first. You need to be there first. It's so important to lock that down, and we're seeing that time and time again. But it's an interesting split now. Well, obviously just the Germans moving in behind the police station to avoid some of the nades, but not being able to be as quick and prepared.
It's a fast police round now from Russians already.
Oh yeah,
2 men.
VonoX on top of it, taking 2 kills. Now it's a 2v4 situation in favor of the Swedish side.
Now, one thing I did notice is that they took a completely different route into the bomb sites. So they didn't go down the corridor of death, which they normally tend to go. They actually went on the leftmost rush round on the side. Unfortunately, it did not work out as well for them as they would have liked. Slize gets shot in the face by Mick. Just brutal.
Mick with a sliver of health left now as well. I mean, you sneeze on him and he's dead. But the Hukru don't necessarily know that.
Yeah, but obviously, Mick's not to be discounted. He's got the dead eye aim, and it's just a matter of he's got to be patient and wait for the enemy to come to him, because they're going to have to. But
Would you fake plan in this situation? Oh, they know where he is anyway. Oh, yeah.
I think he just had a heart attack.
What a pistol action from Zem.
1 HP for Zem.
Wow, that was so close.
Really, really good. Zem is like he's 1-1 KDs, but he is getting some important kills, like timing wise and positioning wise. He really, really is.
Yeah, he and bullovic are doing the tough work now for Who, getting the important kills.
Bullovic, great sharpshooter. He had successful stints with All-Logit and Dignitas previously as well. He's been playing together with Zem and slize for a while.
Yeah. Also with Alagit.
Yeah.
In the early days of Code 1.
Yeah,
A-laget, which is A-laget, which is Swedish slang for either alcoholics or those without work.
There
But
we
you guys
go.
didn't
I
know
thought
that.
it was
and
18.
the more you know.
It can also be a team, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Multilingual.
Yeah, but wait,
television
isn't
series.
this interchangeable? The A-team, the unemployed, and the alcoholics. I mean, all those sound great things.
It can be. However you like to interpret it.
Yeah, Snoke, virtual high five.
Yeah, now you can see them very carefully making their pushing towards the A bomb site. A 3v2 situation. Fire
A lot of
coming
pressure
in.
here.
Take them down. And he's got another teammate
PPSH
there
is
to support him.
it's so much. It suppresses so much. It's so difficult to get past that.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice shot.
wow.
Oh,
Such a
wow.
bad round for
Reece.
Groupstage.
Explosives planted.
Reese unfortunately killed right at the end, but he did so much damage to the enemy.
He did indeed.
And VonoX taken down by Ryanm. But yeah, Reese just 13 and 5. That is just pure filth.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yes.
Those Brits. I mean, how dare they?
Yeah, well, absolutely. So
That's
we're going to see what's going to happen as far as we're concerned with the nade party, and see if they're going to go down the same route. Yeah, over the nades go, so you can see them hitting the boxes on the right, and then the corridor as well, which is where these guys
those are
come
good
through.
nades, though.
But yeah, you can see now that the Germans. Oh, look at those nades coming back in. The Germans have definitely beaten the Russians to the A point.
And we have bullovic and Zan as well down in the A bomb site.
But
the
bullovic is
clutch.
gonna give it.
Oh, very cautious.
Wonder if they know. Has Zan fired a shot yet? Wonder if they know if he's there or not. Maybe not. Oh, they see him. They see him there. And they're all around the A bomb. Kai's the only one down for. Trading back and forth, but now the Supermen have grabbed control of that A bomb site, moving into plant.
Explosives planted.
Close to the
with the
classic
sniper
site there.
shot.
And VonoX is the one who's left. Oh, nice grenade there! What a sneaky nade. VonoX takes down Reece as well, moving in here from behind, but he's going to get
Allies win.
He got Dales right up at the side of him in his blind spot.
Yeah,
And,
that was a
that's
fantastic
half.
nade
6-4 for the Superman
on the
for
dynamite
this
planter.
round. And now we swap it up. We're going to have Superman on the German side and the Who Crew on the Allies.
Yeah, we are basically seeing what we have seen in the first matchup, Scarlex against Team 64, just with a bit more of contesting, for those rounds between teams. But it's basically the same thing. It's just Superman being more prepared. We know how much nades mean on Harbor, and Who Crew didn't show anything in that regard. So Superman
Is it more difficult to throw effective nades on the German side than on the Russian side?
Well, it's
I would say
basically
it's easier.
yeah.
It's easier. Okay.
Yeah.
Because every game we've seen, I've been on the opinion that the Russians have thrown a lot more effective nades, but maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, because it's really simple. It's just throwing over the roof in a straight line as axis. You need to do it one by one. Yeah, chat.
Sorry.
So you need to as axis. The best way to do it is just throwing it one by one. Not all at once, but one by one, so you can delay.
Delay them so that they have to wait out.
Exactly. And Who Crew was just so confused with dodging the ally nades that they didn't do it. So Superman was always like one step forward when they reached A plant, and this is why they won 6 rounds. This is a really good ally side.
Yeah, it's a massive advantage. I mean, you can really see.
Massive.
Well, I think also they do have a little bit of advantage that they can bounce nades off those buildings, increasing the range of them, so get them into that corridor of death, giving them.
But it's not easy though, getting them where you want them to land. I mean, that it does take practice. Practice a lot. Yeah.
And you notice that in this case, the Germans have brought it very quickly into the A bomb site. They're in a position. They're in a strong position now, and the pressure is on to the Who crew
Oh,
to essentially push forward and plant the bomb, but it's not going to go well for them by the looks of it. We'll
no,
have to
that
wait
round
until-
was not great. Bullovic, last man standing there
Axis
with
win.
Ryan taking off 2 of the Who crew from the top of the garage.
Yeah.
Well, not looking great for the Who crew so far. We're in a total score of 7-4. They're behind quite a bit, so they're going to have to pick up.
One more thing I wanted to emphasize is that Superman is playing a pretty modern style of armor, which could like contend them with the modern teams, while the Who crew is just like staying in the old school, and I think they have the upper hand.
What is the difference on the German side, modern versus classic?
They tend to do these late pushes into the mid alley, and in the old style, we can say they just would camp on the sides, and they would just dodge nades because there were more nades in the back back in the days, you know. And now it's just pushing like late in the round, garage, pushing for L-turn, and trying to get them while they're sleeping, sort of say.
Oh,
So we-
interesting. Watch Ryan. He's being
Yeah.
very sneaky, being very
He is
aggressive.
indeed. Up in the police house, covering the garage with the MP44. Ryan's taking for the Who crew. Ryan's taking some damage though. Yekoms takes down the slize. Who crew down one more. Kai is the last man standing. He is
Axis
trying to move
win.
in. Oh,
Oh.
man, Mick. Can't
Mick with a
can't-
brutal kill.
can't peek. Can't peek like that.
Yeah,
Classic
and
Mick.
one thing I don't know if you noticed, they never actually made it up the corridor.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
kept
indeed.
locked in and held, and that was definitely a very, very effective defense by their enemy team to lock
And,
down that corridor so they couldn't get any further.
VonoX actually attempted to rush last round, but he got caught by the nades. So Superman's nades are really good. They stop any attempts of rush. That makes it even harder for allies to get anything done here.
Snurk, if you were Who crew right now, what would you do to change things up to try to get through the Superman?
I think they would need to move a bit more as a team, and Supermen are getting quite far up to what we call water box, the box closest to the water here. Try and
By
like
the
challenge
A bomb site, right?
by the A bombs up.
Yeah. Where you have a clear view right up into garage, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So like if they could challenge them, maybe save a few nades there. I understand they don't have any tech nades for that spot, but just throw some nades there, try and challenge them with
Yeah.
rifle. Because just do something together. Because now they're dying a bit one by one.
Yeah, I can see that as well. So we're scoring 9-4 right now for the Superman, and few rounds Superman to win this game, and I can totally see what you're talking about. The Who crew is becoming divided and conquered as Kai takes down Ryan by the garage. They're back there now in the corridor. Outside the
nice.
garage. Oh no, Kai killed his teammate. But they're moving in now to see if they can take down some Supermen, and they've actually gotten all the way in. Oh man, this is a slaughter. Wow, such amazing play by Mick and the Dales to lock down the A-bomb side. It looked like the Who crew had something going on, had little bit of stuff cooking, but it was not meant to be on that push. Not to take away anything from VonoX. We're still in the round. I make it sound like it's all over. But we have a 1-on-2 situation. 1 minute 7 left on the clock. We have a lot of time to decide what we're going to do. VonoX might actually be able to push all the way to the B bombs if he wants to, but he looks like he's going to stick around A for a little while longer. We have Dales by the optimal planting zone,
Axis win.
and up, yep, there he is, just waiting for VonoX to come around. Dales takes him down, and that brings the score to 10-4 so far, and we are in game point here as we're moving into round number 15.
Yeah, again, 6 match points for Superman. Like it's almost
Yeah,
like
same thing, right?
it's the same thing that is repeating over and over. Just, but what I want to say about the previous round that Hukru had a solid grip onto the round, but then Kai did this team kill by mistake,
Unfortunate.
and Dales and Mick just outplayed them on that A side and turned the round in favor of Superman.
Yeah, those grenades, that grenade practice is becoming so obviously important. It's really good nade there though onto the there.
Yeah, you can see them now starting to push into the point. There's multiple members being killed. Mick.
Wow.
Wow. Oh dear, oh dear. Mick was taken down
he's
and killed
stepping up.
finally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it. Good
That's
game.
Another
4.
I don't know. It's like we're repeating. It's like I don't know, deja vu. We can say.
Like I said, time is a flat circle. We're seeing the same game being played by
Yeah, we are
different
playing
people.
the same game playing over
But
and
it'll
over
be
again.
really interesting when we get to see 2 teams that have prepped equally. Because
Yeah.
now it feels like we've
Axis
seen
Exactly.
like either side has been like slightly favored already from the start here.
Because you can see the skill that they have latently, but it's just like you guys say. It's like you see who's done the work. You know, it's washing off that rust and actually moving together as a team and being more of one mind and one team rather than. It was a perfect example that you said, Snoke, that they were Hukru were they were lone starring it quite a lot. They were solo heroing it quite a bit, which is not great.
One thing I did notice with respect to the nades down the corridor of death, most of the nades from the Who crew hit the right-hand side of the corridor. They weren't spread across the entire corridor. So if their opponents ran down the right-hand side of the nade corridor, they could actually get in beside or behind those nades
Exactly.
and then start to push the point. So it may be that their nade game needs a little bit of an adjustment in that regard because, you know, it meant they were hitting the boxes, they were hitting the bomb site, obviously to clear the area out, but they could have done more damage to the team as it was coming through that main corridor.
I just gotta say I love the name Corridor of Death.
That's what we called
I think
it back in
this is
the
a
day.
decent,
you know?
decent name.
Because it is, you know, like Harbor. That's what's going to happen. The sun is hot, water is wet, sky is blue. Harbor, corridor of death, nade's coming. It's like you can bank on that. That's going to happen,
It's
and you
a
know
nade
it's going to
party.
happen. And it's like it's the 4 Ps. Poor planning, proper planning prevents poor performance.
Prior planning prevents piss-ups.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, but you guys said it well. Like we're deja vuing all these matches, and it's as Snurk said, and I really agree with him. I want to see a matchup like Team 64 against Superman. I want to see who got the upper hand on that, because those guys really have taken seriously this tournament. You know, Hukru, like I was a fanboy of Hukru in 2004, to be honest.
Oh, I still am.
Yeah. Like it's inevitable. Like I'm not Swedish. I'm Croatian, but I really like Hukru for their personalities, types of game styles. Like obviously they're missing the. For me personally, he was the greatest of all time, Ext. But Ext hasn't owned a PC for like 10 years now.
Oh wow!
And I bet he's a billionaire now as well.
I have no clue, but. But X not playing and Kicker not playing, which were like the two. I can't say they were the carries.
But we're sitting here, and like, as fun it is to see them play now. In your head, you're playing the game. What could have been, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
If X and Kicker had been here,
we
would. It's impossible. You can only speculate.
They were the COD superstars.
They were. They were Superman and Batman. You know?
Like, I don't think that there was anyone in the COD scene that had more fanboys than X, Kicker, and maybe Plasma from PC Gamer. eyeballers. But Plasma is on a vacation.
Oh,
His lady booked a vacation right when the tournament was, so he wasn't been able to attend.
I remember from the U.S. You had Nightfall was another guy who was also super popular.
He was really good.
Landerman was another one of those. Like we had some of these iconic people that you just gravitated to, that were entertaining and flashy and consistently good, but with amazing highlights.
That's the thing. What makes somebody a player that sort of legendary in that respect is not only the fact that they've got incredible aim, they've got situational awareness, but they bring those moments, just make you go, wow, that was amazing.
You like the X factor is like, you can be a great player, be consistent, and be really, really good. If you can't make wow moments, you're going to be one of many talented people. But if you can make wow moments, you're going to get people that go like, holy ship, you know, like if when you get highlight movies, frag movies, whatever made like for you, that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, and also in Twitch chat, a definite shout out to the legend that is Odie, who has recently just joined us. This is a man who has been part of gaming for so long, an absolute legend and a very nice guy as well, who I've had the pleasure of spending time with on multiple occasions.
Yeah, Michael, I tip my hat to you, sir. It's good to see you there again, and I hope you're doing well. We're doing this again, albeit quite poorly, but we'll get better, I hope, as the day goes on. But it's been fun. It's been fun so far. It's been a lot of fun, and I am Chad. I am shocked and amazed how great it's been to have Rev and Snurk here. Like, would they been keeping up with with what's going on?
Yeah, they've done a great
and being
job.
able to like, I mean, they are filling in our blanks a lot, and it's just glorious. And,
Yeah,
I want to thank you guys so far, and I hope they're going to have a great rest of the day. So I'm starting to feel a little bit loose now.